Hey, welcome everyone. This is Mike from zozostockwatch.com. This is going to be your stock watch list for the 11th of September, Wednesday. Hey, let's go ahead and get right into it. So the markets today, the Dow Jones up 74 points, the transports plus 162, Nasdaq minus 3, and the S&P came in at plus 1, and I'm rounding up there on the S&P 500. Basically, a couple of days of chopping around, not going anywhere in the markets, but underneath some interesting things going on with the market. We'll go through some of the charts in a moment, but we squeaked out a gain for the day. If you look at my heat map, courtesy of FinViz, AT&T popping again today, up 2%, Microsoft down. So it was kind of a mixed bag here. Facebook down over 1% on the day. Visa continues to move down, down 3%. MasterCard down almost 4% on the day. Amazon down 0.5%. Disney dropping 2% on the day today. The oils got a little more continuation. ExxonMobil up fractionally. CVX, ConocoPhillips popping today. Halliburton, we were trading that at Zozo StockWatch today. Gave us a nice move on the Schlumberger move up. It was upgraded this morning on SLB, so that took Schlumberger up. And we got a sympathy play in Halliburton for the day. And then after that, kind of a mixed bag. Merck was down 2%, Amgen dropping almost 3% on the day. The Biogen Incorporated up over 1% on the day. Celgene up fractionally for the day. Pfizer jumping over 1% on the day. 3M coming up off the bottom there, up 1.75%. General Electric up again 2% on the day on GE. Some of your smaller stocks that were popping today, courtesy of the trade exchange. MNK came up off the bottom today. AVEO was popping. ADAP, CANF, which we traded in the service today, that was moving up. LXRX was popping. MESO came out of halt at around 10 minutes after 7 a.m. Eastern Time. They popped that one up today. NKTR, some bottom fishing going in that name. They popped that one up over 11% for the day. Some stocks that were moving down. Roku took a hit as Apple announced their paid TV service on their Apple event today, and Roku took a hit. MBOT was down today. We had OLED down, RUBY down, CMG also down 6% on the day. Just a heads up for tomorrow for some of your economic news. This is the calendar courtesy of the trade exchange. We have the PPI coming out for tomorrow, and that is an inflation gauge. And then on Thursday, we have the CPI coming out at 8:30 for Thursday the 12th. So those two inflation gauges coming out. No Feds to speak this week. The FOMC, as mentioned in last night's video, the Federal Reserve will be meeting next week. The market is expecting a 25 basis point cut from the FOMC next week. We had some earnings come out after the bell. We'll get into those in a moment. Tomorrow you got LOVE, Lovesac before the bell, a recent IPO reporting. And then you have ACB, Aurora Cannabis, reporting after the bell on Wednesday, leading up to Kroger, Broadcom, AVEO, the symbol there. Oracle will be coming out also Thursday after the bell. This courtesy of Earnings Whisper. Let's go and go through some of the news courtesy of the trade exchange. This is some of the news that came out after the market closed tonight. LXRX had some news there, pharmaceuticals to present clinical data at the European Association for the Study of Diabetes. So LXRX, at first it was halted, came at a halt, and they gapped it up, popped it up on that name. Let's see. They also announced the termination of alliance and settlement with Sanofi on LXRS. So that was some additional news coming out. GEVO, GEVO had some news after the bell. Let's check it. Flashed up a little bit. The news algos grabbed it here, and then it kind of just came back to where it was on GEVO. Let's see, sign a joint development agreement for potential use of cellulosic derived sugars to convert into hydrocarbon molecules. So that was the news on GEVO, popping up on that news. We had some earnings after the bell tonight. We had GME earnings per share miss by 10 cents and a revenue miss on GME. So all those folks that were pushing this stock up to about $5 and change are now bag holders in the name, as it is dropping in the after hours on GME GameStop. Play PLAY beat by 6 cents. Revenue in line on Play. Dave and Buster's not good enough. That stock moving down after the bell. They closed it at 43. It's currently trading at 37.68ish in the after hours. We also had Zscaler come out with earnings. Now this is the space that has been getting sold off. All the previous momentum stocks, a lot of selling going on in these names. Zscaler earnings per share beat by 6 cents. Revenue beat, still not good enough here. The stock closed at $61.60, currently trading at $49 on Zscaler. So a big move down in the after hours on that name, on Zscaler. Let's see, we had some other earnings that came out after the bell. Restoration Hardware. Now look at this. They upped guidance, right? RH guidance raised. RH they beat by 50 cents. Revenue beat on RH, and this stock pushing down in the after hours. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Maybe they said something on their conference call. At first, they popped this. The news algos grabbed it, popped it up to 170. Currently trading at 152. So down right now about $6 from its closing price on Restoration Hardware, RH, on that name. We did get the API crude oil data that came out. It was a drawdown of 7 million barrels on that. So let's check the ETF light sweet crude oil, WTI. Really not much reaction to it in the after hours thus far. We'll see tomorrow. We have YUMA popping up, an oil name. YUMA, YUMA, an oil and gas play, closed at $1.82, currently trading all the way up to $2.45 in the after hours. Announces third-party purchase of senior secured bank debt on YUMA. So that one moving up in the after hours tonight. And this news courtesy of the Trade Exchange, built for traders by traders. Audio news throughout the day, thetradeexchange.com. I wanted to point out Starbucks took a hit today on they have a SEC investigation going on in Starbucks. So I wanted to point that out before I forgot about it. Apple had their event today. Apple pushing higher in the after hours tonight. Gene Munster was on CNBC. I believe he gave a price target of $350 on AAPL. They had their event today. Into the close, it was pushing up. So right now trading at $217, closed at $216, so up about another dollar on Apple. So holding well after the event. Don't forget the Federal Reserve meets next week. The market's expecting a 25 basis point. Ford got hit today. We talked about it on the video yesterday. Ford, Moody's downgrading their credit rating on that one. Facebook, held its own, but looks like, the state's attorney general are all joining forces to take on Google, and, Facebook could be in that mix also, and Amazon. So all those three names, kind of mixed today in those names. Jack Ma, sorry, he is retiring from Baba. So that stock moving down today. You see the sell-off right at the open here on Baba on this 5-minute intraday chart, pre-post market chart. So when the market opened up, Baba came back, did recover off of this 172.50 area on Baba. Let's see, Square getting a little bit of selling, but still buyers here, dip buyers showing up on Square at that $60 level. JP Morgan takes on Square with same day deposits. So that's what got Square moving down. But they did bounce it and hold, that $60 area. They got it closed back above that on Square. Let's go ahead and look at some of the indexes for today and the markets here a little bit. Let's see what was up. We had SLX, the steel sector, up again today, up over 3% on the day. We had the IWC climbing today, the micro caps, and the IWM looking much better now. The IWM, we talked about it in previous videos, held at 145 area on the IWM. The other day, they got it back over the 200 SMA, and now they've popped it back over the 50 SMA and got that continuation move in the IWM. Now, we've been here before. All right, we've had these moves in the IWM before, and it has given it back. So let's see if this time it's going to hold on the IWM. The SPY, a lot of lines there. Let's go to our other chart so you don't get freaked out by all those lines. But here's your day today in the SPY. So basically a narrow range on the SPY, that 296 area held. Then they bounced us back. We're still just below the recent all-time highs here, basing below that round number 300 on the SPY. But that's not where the action was. The action was down in the IWM today. Let's go ahead and look at some more sectors. The IBB, let's check that. Haven't looked at it in a while. Bouncing today. The XBI also bouncing today, trying to get a little more momentum. Let's see if we get a continuation in this XBI for tomorrow, and also the IBB. The SMH, we'll check that. Holding up okay, holding above the momentum moving average. This yellow dotted line you see here, that's the 5 EMA. We're holding above that, basing underneath that 121, 122 area on the SMH. Let's go and look at some of the stocks that were moving down today in the Dow. So you had Merck dropping down here. Did close back above the 200 SMA, down 2% on the day. Visa, continuation move, now down below the 50 SMA. McDonald's also rolling over here today. McDonald's pulling back to the 100 SMA on Mickey D's. Travelers, also another continuation move down on that name. To the upside for today, DOW. So another bottoms up value play, pushing up, a beaten down name, turning the corner on Dow. Boeing getting a little bit of buying today. That was up almost 3% on the day. Caterpillar, another bottoms up type of stock value play here, moving up, and maybe on some of that China, USA hopium going on out there. WBA climbing over 2% on the day. CVX, an oil stock, a value move here, and coming up off of this support area on CVX. So that's some of the names in the Dow. Some of your best stocks for the day today. We had WVE. This stock moving up. Once again, a beaten down name climbing today. DDS, a beaten down name, getting some buying here. So you get the drift of what was going on in the markets here. NKTR, a beaten down biotech name, turning back up. 4.6 million shares turning back up, and a big percentage gainer on that one, up about 11% on the day. Some of the stocks that were down today, Roku, right? A high flyer, Roku. Pushing down again today. OLED in the semiconductor space, a high flyer. Steam coming out of these names today. Chewy, more selling coming into this IPO today. And then over in the lower price stocks, to the upside today, we had a YRCW. Now, here's a stock that has been beaten down. Look at this move up today, 34% move in YRCW. AVEO, we traded this in the service today. This was up 30%. ACOR, this stock jumping today, up 27% for the day. CANF, which we traded a couple of times in the service at Zozo StockWatch today, up 23% for the day. Look at at this big volume that came into CANF. So these beaten down names were all popping. AKRX. That's where the money is going right now in a lot of these beaten down names. Fuel Cell, which was very strong the last couple of days or yesterday, down 34% on the day. Wendy's, after they lowered their guidance, that stock dropping. Another restaurant stock dropping 10%. CTXR also down quite a bit today, down 10%. So that's some of your losers for today. Over in the marijuana space, we'll take a look at that real fast, and then we'll get into our watch list. PYX, bottom fishing going on here in PYX and that cannabis name. YGYI, another bottom fishing play here, up 5% for the day. GWPH also getting a little bit of a lift. ACB, which has earnings coming up on Wednesday, it was popping up today. We traded this at the service at Zozo StockWatch today. To the downside in the cannabis space, GNLN continues to drift down. Now, here's a name that has been beaten up, so maybe keep your eye on this one for a possible turn in this GNLN. It's a beaten down name. BLRX also beaten down, down today on BLRX, down about 2% on the day. Another beaten down name. Don't know if they're going to turn it or not, but that one is another one that has been drifting lower, maybe pops tomorrow, who knows. All right, so we'll go ahead and get into the watch list. By the way, if this video is helping you out, down below is a like button below this video. Please hit the like button. We'd greatly appreciate it. Gets us noticed by the YouTube algos. The videos are free, so all we ask is that you hit the like button down below. We greatly appreciate it. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, and this way you'll know when we do a video. If you hit that bell, you'll be notified by email every time we put out a video. All right, we'll be back with the watch list in 1 second. All right, so let's go ahead and get into that watch list for tomorrow and for the next few days. Keep an eye on this ADI, analog devices. If they can get it up over 114.15, 114 and a quarter on ADI, possible swing trade in this name, bouncing off of the 200 SMA, starting to break out above the 50 SMA here. If it can get up over that round number 114, could be a possible swing on this ADI in the semiconductor space. Keep an eye on it. AVEO, we were trading this today, gave us a nice pop over $1 on this name on the AVEO. So I'll have it on watch again for today on this name. We took it where was it? Right in here on AVEO on the break of 85 cents, and the stock pushed all the way up to $1.05. I didn't get all of that, but I got the push up to $1 on AVEO today, and then after that, it broke out over the $1 mark here and pushed up to about $1.08. So another small trade there in AVEO. Keep it on watch. Maybe some more action in it tomorrow. We'll see. BCRX. Mentioned that one. So this one maybe trying to turn the corner here on BCRX. Keep an eye on it if they can get it up over that 350 area. This is the kind of stuff that is moving right now. So if it breaks over that 350 spot, you could get some continuation. It's I don't know if this is a true tick or not in after hours, but one I would keep on watch. Bottoms up type of play. BDSI. Trying to break out here. Would like to see a little more volume come into this name. Trying to get back over the 150 SMA, the orange, brown dotted line you see here, moving average, perking up, getting up over that 450. Let's see if it has a continuation day for tomorrow. BLIN, BLIN. I'll show you this one on the intraday. It closed strong. On going into the close today. Now volume 160,000 shares, so very light in the volume, but you have to start somewhere. So we'll be watching. If I open up the chart here, the daily chart, you can see it's starting to curl back up. You have this fry pan, flat pan bottom going on here, now starting to turn the corner. Once again, the theme being a beaten down name starting to turn back up. So keep it on watch. A CANF, we got a few trades in this one for today. today, perking back up. 7 million shares came into it. Let's see if there's any more action in this one. ENDP was popping today. Now here's the story. Beaten down name turning back up. Also MNK, also a beaten down name turning back up. Look at this big volume. 53 million shares came into MNK today. Teva, another beaten down name, turning the corner here on this name. Mylan, let me check that one. Not on my list, but it's just coming to my head right now to look at Mylan, MYL. Yeah, another beaten down name turning back up. So keep an eye on this MNK. Keep an eye on ENDP. Those can make some nice moves. Big volume coming into those names. Definitely a couple you want to keep on your watch the next few days. EROS also turning the corner here on EROS, popping up in the after hours tonight. Strong close. EROS. So this one also a beaten down name trying to turn the corner. Watch it up over that $2.30 spot on EROS. Jivo, well, they had news tonight. I thought it was going to hold these gains a little bit better. So we'll see. Not a favorite right now on Jivo. HIMX, also another bottom feeding stock. This thing pushed up over the 10 SMA, over the $2 area, based for a little bit. Now it's pushed up again. Let's see. Maybe we get a red to green, a pullback move in this one, and a reversal back up, or it could give us a continuation move. So we'll see over that 270 area, 275 for the continuation. And if it pulls back down, maybe we get some kind of red to green move. LULU, it popped up on the earnings. Now it's pulled back, kind of a hammer candle here on LULU. Let's see if it can retake the highs of this candle. We'll call it 195. So if LULU can get back over 195, looks interesting. LXRX with that news tonight after hours. Let's see if this one wants to do anything tomorrow. Give us a setup on that one. NKTR, we'll see if there's any kind of continuation. This one popped today. Has that $20 round number up ahead on NKTR. We'll see. NTNX, we traded this in the service today over $26 and a nice move up here on NTNX for us today. Nice push up. So we'll be watching this one for further continuation in NTNX. PBYI, another one pushing up 2.5 million shares. Beaten down name, biotech name, turning the corner here. Keep it on your watch. RLGY, possible $6 breakout. Now this thing has stalled out at around 650. So keep that in mind if you get that $6 break. Just an intraday play right now on RLGY. Let's see. Soli was perking up a little bit today. SOLY, they had some news today. 600,000 shares. Let's see how it does. Would like it to maybe get up over that 14 and a quarter spot and definitely back over this $14 area on Soli. So that'll be on watch. Work, we called this in the service today on the break of $25. 25.05 was the entry on WORK, and this thing pushed all the way for the rest of the day, almost up to $27 on work. So we'll have this one on watch again today. US Steel is trying to maybe break out of this base here on US Steel over 1350, 1360 area. I'm sorry, 1250 area, 1260 area for US Steel. All right, so keep that one on watch. And then YUMA with that move up in the after hours tonight. We'll have this one on watch to see if it wants to do anything for tomorrow. All right, this is Mike from zozostockwatch.com. Hit that like button down below if this video has helped you out. That's all we ask. It's a free video. Subscribe to the channel. Help our channel to grow. Let's get us over that 3,000 mark and hit the notification bell down below this video if you want to be notified when we do videos. You get them sent straight to your email box. This is Mike at Zozo Stockwatch tomorrow at zozostockwatch.com. Have a very good day trading. Tomorrow we'll be back at it. Let's see, tomorrow is Wednesday. Yeah, for another video Wednesday for Thursday.